Okay, guys, this is uh, an update to the last video that I created. Basically, we had an issue with our client. The new Windows 10 client 1709 wasn't functioning properly in Ace IT. When it would hibernate, we couldn't wake it up. So we have that resolved now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our current client and delete it. We're going to create a new one, 2 gigs of memory, create it. Then I'm going to label it client 1. While it's selected, click rename. I'm going to add a DVD drive in a NIC. I'm going to attach the NIC to our public switch. I'm going to delete the hard disk that's sitting there and recreate it. I'm going to create a 15 gig hard disk and assign it to client 1. I'm going to put my 1709 ISO into the CD-ROM on the client. I'm going to click console, then power it on. There's no way to keep our old client. We need to delete it and recreate it. Otherwise, it's just going to go into hibernation, and at that point, we won't be able to boot it back up. While it's booting, I'm going to pause the video. Okay, the machine's booted. I'm just going to do the default install. Okay, I'm going to pause the video again. Okay, the machine has rebooted, so I'm going to finish the installation. I'm going to customize and just turn everything off. Pausing again. Okay, I'm going to join it to a domain eventually. I'm going to create an account called student. Okay, while that's booting up, I'm going to go back to my SCCM machine. Now, I already built the client and the SCCM machine has already found it. So I'm going to delete it out of SCCM. So I'm going to go to Assets and Compliance, to Devices. I'm going to delete this one right here. So I'm just waiting for my client to boot up. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, we're signed in now, so I'm going to click Close. I don't want to update Microsoft OneDrive. I'm going to go to my NIC. In this particular case, my NIC attached to my DHCP server. If your NIC attaches to the DHCP server from the ACE IT Labs. Just go in here and change the DNS server to 10.0.0.2. I'm pressing cancel. I don't need to do this because mine already has that DNS server. If it's not 10.0.0.2, you need to fix it. I'm going to change the resolution. Well, the fix that he applied broke my resolution. So I really don't have a choice. I'm just going to leave it like this for now. So I'm going to go to System, change the host name, and join it to the domain. This is going to be called Client1, Client-1, and Contoso. Going to sign in. I'm going to sign in with my domain admin. Okay, the first issue we had was our machine, once it went into hibernation, we couldn't wake it up. Our second issue is because we can't do updates, Windows 1709 client won't connect to the SCCM 1606. So there, Steve and one of your classmates actually found a fix for it. So we're going to do that fix. I'm just going to pause it until we can sign in fully. Okay, I'm back. And so what I'm going to do is open up a command prompt with admin rights. I'm going to run this command. fsutil resources set auto reset to true for the C drive. And now I'm going to reboot this machine. Okay, sorry, someone just came to the door. Okay, I'm going to sign back in. Now what should happen, I'm back at my SCCM machine. Okay, what should happen, now I'm going to the SCCM console. We should go into discovery which is under Administration, Hierarchy Configuration, then Discovery, and try to run this, force run it. And then it's going to take a little bit, and it's going to go, I'm going back into Assets and Compliance, and it should show up. Well, mine showed up instantly, but if it doesn't show up right away, just give it some time. If it doesn't show up at all, you might need to configure your discovery methods because it should show up. It shouldn't take long. First time I did it, it took an hour, but that's at the max. So I'm going to right click and install. Next. If we wanted to, we should be able to just give it time and it should install on its own. I'm not going to wait the time. Now I'm going back to my Windows 10 client. Sorry. I'm going to click on Start, type C $, excuse me, C:// backslash. I'm trying to get the File Explorer to show up. So I'm just going to go into Windows. So I don't keep having to do that. I'm just going to right click and pin this to my Start menu. Or taskbar rather. Okay. So if you don't see an SCCM show up right away, like I don't, I could give it time, let it run, or I can try to rush it. So I'm going to go to the Start menu, run a command prompt with admin rights. I'm going to connect to my SCCM and manually install the client. I'm hitting quote, // the name of my SCCM server, the C $, which is the C drive, program files. Guys, I'm hitting tab to complete. Microsoft. I hit tab twice to go to Microsoft Configuration Manager, client, then CCM tab again. So I want to run CCM setup. And I can see it now has the CCM setup folder. Give it some time. It's going to populate with some stuff. I'm going to pause the video, come back, and we'll test it. Okay, the install's done. I just gave it like probably 15 minutes. Close it out. Close this out. I noticed that I now have Microsoft Silverlight installed, and I also have Microsoft System Center installed. I have to reboot because Windows 10 has that glitch. Once you install something, you can't open it from here. But just take my word on it that it's installed. So I'm going to go back to my SCCM machine, back to devices. You might need to hit refresh, and client yes, site XYZ, and it's active. This just means it hasn't done a heartbeat yet. So we'll just give it some time to do a heartbeat. You might need to refresh. So now my client is added to the network. So I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to create another video for fixing the time clock issue. Thank you.